In life, a young girl or a young lady is able to do everything that she desires to do in her life. Her education, if she is determined, if she has a vision, she can do what others cannot do. And it is because of this program that young ladies, us young girls, we have this ability we have learned. The girls have learned to make right decisions in life. There are other girls out there who are doing different wrong things. Some are smoking, some are in streets doing different kind of things. But here we have learned that a young girl, a young lady, is not supposed to do all such things. We have grown in wisdom to make right decisions concerning our lives. Question number 3, how can we be saved better? The young girls want a competition. For example, a quiz. Sometimes after learning, we have a quiz. Maybe the other week, we have a quiz of what we have learned the past weeks. And then also making sketches. We make some sketches and all that. In conclusion, in everything that we are doing as young ladies, we need to be focused, we need to be determined, and we need to have a vision. Thank you.
So can you write down those recommendations and hand it over to Florence when you're done, okay? Write it neatly, nicely, put your name, the group, and then hand it over to her. Every group, please note that you are going to submit your recommendations. Each group has recommendations you are going to submit afterwards to us so that we can do it better for you. We can serve you better. We can see you grow better. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you, Group 1. Can we give another hand to Group 1? So now we have Group 2. Group 2, you know the rules. You introduce yourself and you introduce your group members and you tell us the 5 things that you are taught to write to discuss about. Sorry? And no, the 5 questions that they had. Yes. So they are just aware of the 5 questions, but they are broad. So the 5 questions that you had, you present them to us. Can we have representative for Group 2? Give her a hand. You give us your name and your group members' names. Eh?
So I'm Patience Ntani, presenting Group 2. We were 11 in our group. Eileen, Artvin, Blessings, Dorcas, Mercy, Catherine, Kelly, Deborah, Margaret, and Mary. Yes. So from the previous meetings, we've learned to be wise women. For someone to, a wise woman knows what is right and wrong. And for you to be a wise woman, you need to be independent. Independence of a woman requires you to be financially free so that no one can take advantage of you. We also learned about the body image. Someone might know you, but doesn't know exactly the inner you, and they end up lying to you. Mostly boys do this when it comes to satisfying themselves. They trap girls into thinking that they love them when they actually don't. They just want to be, like they want to satisfy themselves, that's all. And from the discussion we had, the girls want to know how to overcome peer pressure and how to control anger. The other one is to know how to deal with school stress. How can someone deal with school stress when, for example, when it comes to at school, the teachers know that you can do better, and then for example, you fail a test and then they know you can do better. They are pressuring you into doing things that you feel like they're just adding on the... Okay, I can put it like this. You're writing a test and then you fail. And then the teachers know you can do it. And then they are busy pressuring you. Instead of telling you nicely, they are giving you the pressure. Instead of you studying nicely, you are thinking of how to make them feel the way they are supposed to feel when you actually can't do it. Yes. The other one is the pressure also comes from parents. They want you to be studying every time when you're not ready for it. How can you overcome that?
I'm having a problem, Florence. How do we capture these things? We're not capturing them nicely.
Yes.
I know the groups are meant to, we need those recommendations.
If I may ask, groups, do you have these recommendations in your papers? Were you writing them down? Are you able to give them to me after your presentation?
So you write it properly in capital letters, bold, and you hand them over so we don't miss it.
Because this feedback is good so that you don't feel we are not hearing you. Huh? You speak, we want to respond. So please write them down. I'm expecting them just after this. So group 1, I may have them because we've already finished. In group 2, can we have group 3? Group 3 leader. Give a hand.
Hello. I'm from group 3. I'm the group leader. We were 11 in my group. There's Irene, Mwila, Royce, Agnes, Noria, Prudence, Cecilia, Monica, Lucy, and Megan. Well, we had written down some points on how a girl who comes here and goes home feels. We feel determined, assertive, resilient, and we become ladies of value. Then, ever since we started coming here, we've learned how to make good choices, and also we feel very empowered, considering that we're taught so many things that we don't learn at home or at school, but from here. It's very encouraging. And what we would like to learn here is how to overcome peer pressure, how to start up a business. Like, as a small girl, it's not always that you have to be dependent on your parents, like, or growing up, or going to university, and you won't always call your parents, no, I need this, I need airtime. At least we need to be taught how to start up a business, like something small, just to sustain yourself, even if your parents can't afford it at that time. And then we would like to also have a picnic as girls, and sports, and invite successful people as well. My group decided Esther Chongo, yeah, and then would like to have poetry as well. And also on the prizes we would like to have, because mostly when Dad there asks, what prizes would you like, we all go blank. We wrote down some things. We'd like sanitary towels, hoodies printed Born to be a Genius, or Girl Power. And since it's called head socks, a Bible, and a diary, I myself would love a diary. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Group 3. I think we will look into that if we have to, but we will, because we are getting this feedback to serve you better. So if there is a way we can make you happy, we will surely do that. Can I have Group 3? I need those recommendations, Group 2. I mean Group 3. Can I have Group 4? Group 4 leader. So far, I hope Mumve Lamon, are you hearing? Yeah, so that if you didn't get in your group to discuss a certain point, you can actually learn from the other group. So it's not like it's a group ya tutakamba vichasirai. Because we are trying to groom you to grow to be responsible women and do that together. Okay? All right. Thank you.
My name's Gwen Mwaula. I'm the group leader for Group 4. These are the names of my friends: Mwai, Agnes, Loveness, Victoria, Elizabeth, Alexina, Toela, Gwen, Karen, Violet, Sarah. What we have learned so far: making good choices, it has motivated us to do big in life, standing on our own grounds, knowing how to make good choices. The other question was, what has changed in our life? What has changed? We have learned to stand on our ground, knowing to choose good friends, setting up goals, making good choices. And the other question was, what can they do to make this program do better? So far, everything is just okay according to our group. And the only thing that we have observed so far is time. If only we could be starting early, it could be better. Thank you.
Thank you, Group 4. On the time, Pastor will respond.
I like the request to start earlier. We can only start when you have come. So if the girls come earlier, we'll start. We're meant to start. What time do you recommend for us to start?
9 hours.
What time is that? 9:30. So let's say 10 o'clock. Registration 9:30 to 10. If all of you are here by that time, we'll start at that time. Okay.
That's clear with the timer. Yeah, so normally we wait for you, because as you come, as the groups come in different stages, you find we will have to redo what we've been doing. So we prefer Mwapakako, and imagine Pastor keeps repeating what he's been saying from 9 to 10 hours to 13 hours, just to let the other group know. So let's come early, and we'll start early. We are here by that time. Can I have Group 5? A hand to Group 5.
Afternoon, everyone. It's afternoon. My names are Marian Chileshe Mubanga. I'm representing Group 5, and their names are Josephine, Jolie, Paulina, Lisa, Mwangala, Blessing, Beauty, Nelly, Annie, Precious, Esther. Our topic was the wise woman. A wise woman is a woman who knows her common goals. Qualities of a wise woman: one who keeps her boundaries. We also talked about a leader and a follower. A leader is a person who has power and authority to supervise others, while a follower is someone who is under control of a leader. Qualities of a good leader are understanding, honest, respect, truthful, accountable. Prizes that they want are a Bible, a notebook, and a pen. Contributions are things that we learn here. Would like to learn how to overcome peer pressure. For example, our friends who have boyfriends, they would like to influence us to also have those boyfriends which we do not want to have.
A big hand for Group 5. Okay, so I see that most of you want Bibles, eh? Yeah, no, it's a good thing. Like we said, I asked if there was a Hindu in here, no one responded. There was no Buddhist, so Like we all said, whether we come from different churches, we are all Christians in here. That was the agreement from the start. So, Pastor, we need Bibles. So, Dad is there. He'll look into it. That's at Bali will fix it. Yeah. So, can I have group 6?
Hello. So, what I wanted to start with, our names are Bridget, Christine, Tina, Ruth, Precious, Imelda, Loveness, Taisia. There's also another Imelda, and there's Joy, and my name is Dee. So, what I would like them to be teaching us lessons that will help us in life and how to boost our self-esteem and teach the coming generation well. Then what they want to be us to be teaching us is how to be a wise. What they taught us in the last lesson is how to be a wise woman. So, and we are expecting more lessons like this in the future. Then again, what we have learned here is how to be wise and confident and still have fun while doing it. We have also learned how to live, how to have a vision in life and how to be determined. And how we can set goals in life and you have to have directions and how to be true to ourselves. Our greatest wish is that you help us how to be true to ourselves and teach us how to have self-esteem so that in the future, so that we can be able to say no to our friends who are also peer pressuring us on how to have maybe boyfriends or maybe stuff that don't add value to life. We would also, our requests are also bringing people who have made it in life, our fellow women, government, maybe we can say Natasha Chansa. Then people who have made it big so that they can be able to guide us on how to follow the same footsteps. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm sure that was our last group, right? Yes, so we thank you so much as the leadership for giving us this feedback because it's one way, like we have said, will serve you better. So can I have the group leaders? I want them now. Can I have the feedback papers? I have for group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5. Where's group 6? Okay. I want them. Write them on. Okay. So, yes, my name. I know it doesn't matter. Okay. Yes, so I have, so just know that Mwaika, my ballot papers, this information that's here will work to your advantage. If you have anything else you want to add, tell us. You can talk to me. Are you afraid of me? Yes, tell us how I think if you shot up yes, so that when you spend your Saturdays here, we want them to be valuable. We don't want Mabuela, then you just say, I wish I went to look for a boyfriend. We don't want that, Yes, so here we are. We are at that point where me, my father, he speaks so much into my life. And I'm sure all of you, he speaks in your lives. You come here, we want to learn. He's got a very big session. It's called Women Unlimited. But today, he's going to start that. And I'm sure if you are attentive, you are participative, he will finish. If he doesn't finish, it is a pity. It is because we want to learn. No, that's why we are here. So can we give a hand to Pastor Jay as he comes?
Thank you. Please give yourselves a big hand. So these are the things you've recommended and your points. We've captured them so I can clean them off. And then do me a favor. Help me clean this, please. Yes. Thank you. Okay, first thing we want to do, where are the 26 people that came early? Stand to your feet. 26 of you. You came early, stand to your feet. Okay? There are always rewards here, isn't it? So can we give it out? 26 people, many hands as possible. When you get something, you sit down. So it's just something before lunch. So you can be munching. And then we're just going to have a break, a short break. So you stretch yourself. And then we start talking. I'll show you what we're going to be doing. Okay? Do me a favor. Do this. Just bring this. Wait. Okay. Give that to, yeah. No, continue. I was just seeing. Betha, you put that with the other ones. So just put them on my table in the office. How many? Okay, for coming early. Did you get? Okay, there. Please give this to Betha. Betha, put that with the rest. Okay. When you come early, you get something, isn't it? What did you get? A chocolate bar, lunch bar. So you can eat it now. You don't have to keep it till tomorrow. And okay, you can keep it till tomorrow if you like. Okay? But it's you see, when you eat it now, it means you have faith that something else can come. But if you keep it, you're even wiser, isn't it? Because you go and enjoy it at home, watching TV or something. Good. Can you give them, stand to your feet, those 26 again? Please give them a big hand for coming early. Good. One of the things we want to teach you, please sit down, is how you come early. How, because time is so important, okay? Now we're going to start. Some of the recommendations you gave, we heard. One, the biggest one is peer pressure. Every group asked, how can I deal with peer pressure? And that is connected to your self-esteem that Group 6 talked about. So we're going to get someone to do that next time you're here, okay? Number two thing I saw you asked about, we've been bringing people to talk to you, isn't it? Different times. Every time we bring one guest. So from next time, we'll keep doing it bigger, okay? So those people that are successful, they will always come. There's no time we don't get somebody, but we've seen that was the number 2 thing you wanted, isn't it? Number 3 was what? Your gifts. We've seen your gifts. You want Bibles, you want notebooks, you want, what else do you say? Hoodies, t-shirt, what else? Diaries, okay? So we're looking into those, and as we go along, every other time you come, there'll be something by the grace of God, okay? What else did you give us? Anything else you gave us? Recommendation. So the topics you are learning are good. Yes? Okay. So we're going to build them up so we get better and better. What we want to see you do is practice these things in your life, not just know them. Knowing them does not change you until you practice it. Okay? How many of you have finished school? Just put up your hand. You finished grade 12. Okay. Next month we're going to start something for you. In that class we'll mix you and the boys. Because the next time we meet boys, we'll ask them, everybody that's finished school, and we're going to start brand new classes for you. Okay? where you come during the week, and we teach you how to be successful. And we teach you business, we teach you all those things. So while you are waiting for university or you're waiting to do something, you have something you can do for yourself. Okay, so look out for that. I'll tell you that it will start next month. I want to believe that the next time you are here for girls is either the 20, was it last Saturday of the month? Who knows? Is either the last Saturday or the first Saturday. Last Saturday is when? First Saturday is second. So which is better for you, the last Saturday or the first Saturday? Your next one. What's the last Saturday? 25th. What do you think is better for you, 25th or second? How many people for 25th? Let me see your hand. 25th. How many people for second? Let me see your hand. No, everybody must vote. Everybody must vote. So when do you want to come back here? On the 25th of this month or on the 2nd of next month? That means you'll only have one this month, and then next month you come on the 2nd, or do you want to have two this month? When do you want to come? 25th. Let me see your hand. Everybody must vote. 25th. So the majority is 25th. Okay, so put your hand down. So you want to do twice a month? You're sure you can handle it? And you come early? Okay, so for you guys, we'll talk, meet the team, and we'll plan twice a month. But your promise is this: whatever we're teaching you, you're going to do it. Your promise is it must reflect on your results. Are we agreed? And you promise also to start helping yourselves, get to know yourselves. Let's do something else quickly. Take number 1 to 6. 1 to 6. We're going to mix up again. Patrick, when you are ready, you tell me. So start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. Start. 4, 5, 6. Florence, come and help me do 1 to 6 on this side. Quickly. You're 5. 6. You are 4, 5. Over here, you are 6. Okay? Start from you. Okay? No. Who's 6 there? Who is 6? One of you is 6. Okay, start now. You are what? 5, yes? 6, correct? Blue, 1. Two, okay? Okay? Good. So where are the ones? All the ones. All the ones. Okay, everybody, stand up quietly, gently, go to the back. Everybody. Gently. You sit with somebody you don't know and get to know them. Okay. All the ones come to the front. All the ones come to the front. All the ones on this side. All the ones. Number 1, come. Don't. Yeah. On the number ones, all the number ones on this side. Number 2s, come on this side. Number 2 on this side here. All number 2s here. Okay? You can sit in front. Number 2's on this side. Number 3. Where's number 3? Behind number 1. Number 3 behind number 1. Number 4 behind number 2. Number 4's behind number 2. Good. If you left your bag somewhere, you can pick it up after everybody's seated. Okay? Number 4's, are you settled? Number 5 behind number 4. 5's behind 4. 6 behind 3 here. Yeah. Good. Okay. Now get to know the person next to you. Get to know the person next to you. Ask them on your left, on your right. Find them out. Who is them? Who are they? Who is them? Who is them? Who is them? Make that person your friend today. Okay? Are you ready? Have you found out their names, their school, where they live? Find out from that person. Gentle on the chairs. Okay, Patrick, you have that thing for me? 2 minutes. Okay. So what we are going to be learning in the next few weeks, we'll learn this and then we're going to get other people to come and speak to you on different things, okay? And we'll build it based on what you taught. We're starting with you something we called woman. Now this marker is... Woman Unlimited. We want to start it with you because we feel you are not too young. Okay? You are not too young to know these things. Now, why do we call it Woman Unlimited? Number 1 is to understand that this is who you are and there's everything to be proud about to be a woman and you're not less than anybody. So we want to let you know that. And we're going to be using the Bible to help you with this. Okay? I heard that there's no Buddhist, there's no Muslim here, correct? We want Muslims, we want Buddhists, we want everybody. So if you have such people, bring them, they're your friends. Unlimited means that there are certain limits they have put on you as a woman. One of the things we observed is this. When we are training the boys were here last week, for example, they are going to be here on the 18th. When we are training the boys, they are free, they are bold, but the auntie said to us, the girls are different. The girls are not as expressive as the boys. And you realize it's the way we are raised, isn't it? Girls are raised to be limited. We make girls feel they are less than boys. We make girls feel that they are not good enough. So we want to remove all the limits they've put on you. Not to make you go wild, but to make you have that self-confidence you say you want, isn't it? So you need to know who you are. And not put your head down. Have you noticed when I was asking questions, a lot of you were putting your head down. The boys, when they are here, there's noise. You have to beg them, keep quiet. Don't be like them, you're better, okay? So don't do that. But you find that there's just a different thing. You know why? The way they are raised. So, want to remove the limits. What has put limits on women? What do you think? What puts limits on women? What do you think they used to limit women? We're going to discuss those things. Yes? Sorry? Jobs. Jobs don't limit you. Job is the outcome. For example, if you say jobs, it's not because they limit you with jobs. It's because not many women even apply for those jobs. You understand? What is the first thing most girls think about? What do you think? What do you think most times when you talk to girls, what they want in life? A lot of times you find that one thing a lot of people talk about is marriage. Because they've raised you like that. So one thing that limits women is number 1, culture. Your culture. There's nothing wrong with culture. But there are some things that culture does to women that limits women. Number 2, this is a big one. What do you think limits women again? Religion. These are the places that they tell you boys can do this, girls can't do this, girls can do this, boys can't. So it begins to form your mind and you think you are less. Number 3, what else do you think limits women? Education. Okay? In some areas, they don't even train children. They don't send their girls to school. They say, oh, they are going to get married, so the boys are the ones that go to school. So we limit the ability, the levels of women through education. Number 4, what else? Think, what else? Somebody give me something. What do you think? Have you heard of the word called gender? Gender is one of the biggest things they used to limit women. Is gender by God? Who creates gender issues? Society. So they call these things norms. I just said society now. So you have society. So there are cultural norms. There are religious norms. Education is on their gender norms. What does norm mean? The word norm. What does it mean? The word norm means normal. That means they are saying there's a normal way a girl should be, a normal way. So once you don't fit into what they say, you're a rebel. You're a bad girl. You're this. And that's not true. That just means you are different. How many people are the same here? How many of you are the same? How many of you like the same things? Everybody's quiet, isn't it? Because nobody's the same with everybody. So if I'm not the same with you, why should I behave like you? Why can't I be free to be me? So we are hoping that by the time we go through these things, you will be more confident about yourself. You'll be better than your image, your shadow. You stop living in your shadow and you'll be more bold to be that great woman. Because without you becoming that great woman, Zambia is going to lose. Africa is going to lose. Some of you are meant to be international, but if you don't get out of this kind of things, you remain local. Some people are born in Mitendere, they will die in Mitendere. Some people are born in Chibolia, they die in Chibolia. When you can reach the whole world. How many of you like to travel the world? Good. How many of you like to be really successful? So that's why we are doing this. That your vision, you will never grow beyond what you see yourself to be. Okay? So I want you to wake up. And we're going to play something for you now. And we want you to wake up. Who is my friend here? Who's going to help me? Help me clean this board, please. Thank you. So this song wakes you up. I don't know if you've heard it before. They sing it in church a lot. Every time in churches, every Sunday service, they sing it. Can you play it for me, please? Huh? Niza, you don't know what he wants you to do. Oh, there's a password. So this song, if you don't know it, they'll sing it in church tomorrow. So you learn it. It's in the hymn book. Okay? Please stand to your feet. We're going to do this song together. When you hear it, you can do what you like for the 3 minutes, and then we'll continue, okay? It's not the national anthem, so relax. Know the song, sit down. If you don't know it, sit down. If you know the song, go out. Come and join us in front. You know the song. You are free to go out. If you don't know it, sit down. Give yourself space. You can use the whole stage. Aha. They are going to put it on the internet. So if you don't want to be there, come and sit down. So you get them. Okay, are we ready? Okay. You can take your seats. Going to this afternoon after lunch, there will be a competition for all your groups, 6 groups. So the best people will win, a group will win. Prepare yourselves. How many of you have your Bible here? You don't? If you don't worry, we'll try and project it. Patrick, can you put the Bible up for me? Okay. We'll put the Bible up so you can see. Do me a favor. Vamos under. Please, can you help me move this to the back? The board. Your knees are help me, please. Thank you. All right. What we want to look at, what we're going to start talking about is this. We're looking at the woman from the point of view of God. Okay? And we're looking at it from 10 divides. So we have 10 different things we're going to be looking at concerning the woman. We can move it to the back so everybody can see the Bible on that side. Okay? Yeah. Can you all see the board? Can you see on that side? Okay, so Patrick, if you can put up for us on the board. So what we're going to be teaching you, different aspects of a woman's life. Number 1, we're going to look at her walk. Okay? The walk. Number 2, we'll look at her worth. Number 3, we'll look at her work. What is the work? And we're coming from the Bible. But when we're coming from the Bible, it's not to make you feel you're in church. We're trying to work your mind to see who you are as a woman. Then we will come and look at number 4, her faith. And her faith here doesn't mean a church, what do you call it? Church topic, because faith is a law. Her faith, we'll look at number 5, her finances. And we'll look at her future, number 6, her future. Then, number 7, we'll look at her wisdom. How does she win in life? Number 8, we'll look at her warfare. There are many things that challenge a woman in life. And I gave you 6 of them already. Culture, tradition, society, gender. And we'll look at her warfare, her wisdom, and the wonderful life she can have, her wonders. And finally, number 10, we're going to look at the virtuous woman. Okay? Now, these are different aspects of your life. You're starting, most of you are between the ages of, what's the youngest person here? Who is the youngest here? Who is 9? Let me see, 9 years. Nobody? 9? 10? Anybody 10? 11? Anybody 11? Anybody 12? 12. So 12 is the youngest here. Okay? So we're looking at between 12 and oftentimes, from what you've told us before, you are between 12 and 19, 20, 21, thereabout. Okay? So, a lot of times they feel you're too young to listen to these things. They feel that you don't know much, but we don't think so. We think that the earlier you learn about yourself, the better you are as you go on in life. So we're going to be teaching you about how you got here, what's your life about, and how do you shape that life. We're going to teach you about your value, okay? We're going to teach you about what am I here to do. You didn't come here by mistake. What are you here to do? So you want to understand your purpose here. And then most times people teach you and tell you you need somebody every time. But you see, with this you can create anything you want in life. You can become anything. And then, how do I manage money? How do I create money? How do I make money? How will I live? Some of you said you want to be independent. How do I live that I don't have to beg anybody for anything? We'll teach you that. And then your future. How do I take these finances and plan for my future? So that when I get to 40, 50, 60, if a man leaves me, if a man does this, it doesn't matter because I've planned my future. Okay, we're going to take you through that. And all this comes from your Bible, by the way. And then we want to see what is the most important thing in that woman, her wisdom. How does she get this wisdom? Where does it come from? And then, what does life throw against you? Warfare. Some people think warfare is going to battle with a gun. No. Warfare, somebody talked about job here the other time. You find that I'm very qualified, but because I'm not a woman, they may not give me a job. Okay? How do I handle that? How do I handle that I'm a girl in a family and somebody dies and they don't give me anything because I'm a girl, but they share among the boys? How do I handle that? That's warfare, isn't it? How do I deal with those things? And then wonders, how can I have a life that people will look at me and say, wow, I want to be like her? You can do all that, you can have all that. And that comes from this bottom line, the virtuous woman. The word virtue comes from the word basically forms the word character. Okay? What kind of woman is this woman? We'll look at the picture of the virtuous woman from chapter 31 of the book of Proverbs. And you see that a virtuous woman has all these things put together. They're super people. They're awesome people. And you can be all of this. Are you ready for that journey? You ready to take it? Okay, so we'll start. Please give me Genesis 1:26. Let's start. We're starting with her walk. Okay? If you don't have a Bible, don't worry, we'll put it up here. And the Bible here is not a Sunday book, is a wisdom book, is my textbook. So we're going to be using this to talk to us, and we're believing God that it will help you as much as possible. So don't look at it from the point of view of religion. Look at it from the point of view of wisdom, of life. The Bible basically is a compilation of stories of people that succeeded and people that failed in life based on their relationship with God. Okay? So Bible is not something that you should run away from. It's something you should run to. Woman Unlimited. So today, you have me teaching you part of this. On the 25th, we'll continue with where we stopped, but we'll have a very successful woman coming to talk to you. Every other Saturday, we'll have a set of very successful woman talking to you. But today, you have this. You have me. Based on the time we're starting, you have me today. So let's start with her walk, okay? Her walk. That's where we're starting with. Look at what God says there. Are you with me? You should have your notebooks. You didn't come with those notebooks today? You have them? You didn't come with them. Do we have any notebooks left? We thought all of you have notebooks by now. So every time, bring your notebook, okay? Please. And how many of you did they call? They called you to remind you. Let me see your hand up. They called you? Okay, good. Now, if you don't have that notebook, when they call you, say, please, can you prepare a notebook for me? So that when you come, you have a notebook. Okay? Good. So, look at this. Genesis chapter 1:26. It says, and God said, let us make man in our own image, according to our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, over the cattle, over all the earth, and everything that creeps upon the earth. Who said that? Who said, let us make man? Now, when God is making man, do you think he's talking about male? What does the word man mean there? The word man, what do you think? It means mankind. Okay? Mankind. God is making mankind. So let's look at this. Look at this with me. Look at the word man. Okay? So you understand mankind. Look at the word woman. How many men are there? When you look at man and you look at woman, how many men are there? Huh? So you understand mankind. That means there are two kinds of man. Man means somebody in the image and likeness of God. Man means a living being, not an animal, if you like. Okay? What's the difference between this man and this man? What's the difference between this man and this man? Talk to me. Use your mind. I want your mind. Is there a difference between this and this? How many men are here? There are 2. What's the difference? Say it. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be shy, yes? Sorry? Sex. So, what's the difference? Just look at these 2. So there are 2 men. What's the difference between these 2 of them? So you are right, sex, yes? W-O, good. And sex is basically based on biology, okay? So, if I'm different from a man, it's based on my biology, my nature. So because I'm not a physical male, does not mean I'm less than a male. It just means that by nature, our sex is different. Do you understand? And that W, what do you think this W stands for? It stands for the womb. So this man has a womb, and this other man does not have a womb. Are you getting it? That means this one is different. Don't try and be a man. Enjoy who you are as a woman. Okay? So this man has a womb. So what's different with them? What makes us different is our purpose. So a woman is built, you are built the way you are built. You have your menstrual period the way you have it. You have your all those. Why? Because of your purpose. You are the one that brings forth a baby. You get it? So why do I go through all the things women go through? Why do I have the body God gave me? Why do I have hips? Because I'm going to give birth to a baby. So everything I have is to help me take care of the thing coming out of my womb. But that's not all I am in life. Are you getting what I'm saying? So look at another one. You have the male and you have the female. How many males are there? What's the difference? Because the female carries the fetus. What is the fetus? I can't hear you. What's fetus? Don't be shy. Talk boldly. Give me one chocolate from my table, please. The one that talks gets chocolate. Somebody's going to get that chocolate now. So, fetus means what? The fetus is what? The baby. Does this male carry a baby? No. Does it mean I'm less than the male? No. Because we have the same structure, the same. It's just that we have different functions, different purpose. Because most times when you go about, you think a man is better than you. No man is better than you. No human being is better than you. Are you listening? We are just different. Thank you. You don't work, you don't try. Huh? You know what Jai Jai means? How many people know what that song means? It says you have worked hard, you've tried. You are meant to be enjoying your life. Okay? Then it says wake up. Wake up in life. Enjoy life. How many of you are going to live 2 times? You only have 1 life. So why are you frowning? Smile and be happy. If you failed the test yesterday, is that the end of the world? Smile and be happy. Face it again, you pass it. Okay? Good. So when you come here, smile, be happy. And there's a chocolate going for a happy person today. I'll hear your voice. So not people that come early. People that smile, people that talk. Good. Are you ready for it? So what's the difference? Is this male better than this one? What's the difference with them? Their function. Their function. So if you have 5 brothers in the house and you are the only sister, are the boys better than you? No. If you are a woman, you are the only one. You know what you see when you go to offices? You have men there and a woman. And the woman has a degree, just like the man. But when they say they want to make tea, they get the woman to go and make the tea. Is she less than them? No. So why do they treat her as if she's a house girl? Because that's how we have been programmed, isn't it? And they make you think that because you are a girl, you are the one to make shima. Why can't the boys make shima? By the way, don't go home and say, I'm not making shima. Don't go and say that too. I'm just saying to you, you are not less than a boy. There's no boy better than you. How many brains does a woman have? How many brains? How many brains does a man have? How many legs does a woman have? How many legs does a man have? How many minds does a man have? How many minds does a woman have? The size of the woman's brain, is it bigger than the size of the man's brain? Who told you they are more intelligent than you? All that is the way you have been limited. So you are in school and you are worried thinking that somebody is better than you. Nobody is better than you. If you exercise yourself. So, God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness. Look at verse 27. Are you in 27? In verse 27, you can leave the Bible there, 27. What does it say? And God made man in his own image. In the image of God created he him. Then it says, male and female created he them. Where's 27? Give me 27. Male. Did you see that there now? Let's go there together. It says, male and female created he them. Did you see that? Let me ask you a question then. If God created male and female, who did God make first? Male and female created he them. Who did he make first? Look at it again. Who did God make first? Look at it one more time. Male and let us make man in our image after our likeness. And God made man in his image. In the image of God created he. Male and female created them. Who did he make first? So do you think God made man? You remember 26? It says, let us make man. Then it means God made man now, then waited before he made the woman. Is that what that says? So what's that telling you then? Say it now. Sorry? He made them both at the same time. He made them both. Why am I saying that? Because a lot of times they make you think, religion makes you think, God made the man first. But in Genesis chapter 1, what does it tell you? He created them both. So if God made them, who does the male look like? Let us make man in our image. Who does the male look like? Who does the female look like? So is God less than God? So imagine if they take something out of me, one cell out of me, and they take another cell. Is one cell better than the other cell? So is the man better than you? Is the boy better than you? Did God make one better than the other? In fact, you come and see something else that will interest you. So this here, what is the thing you see here in Genesis 1:26? Go to verse 28. Go to 28. Just stay with the Bible, so we don't have to keep pushing up and down. Stay with the Bible. So in verse 28, what do you see God doing? Verse 28, Bible says, and God blessed them. So Patrick, please just stay with the Bible there. Don't change it until we say so, so we don't have to waste time. 28, God says, 26, let us make man in our image after our likeness. 27, and God made man, male and female created them. 28, he says, and God did what? So when God was blessing the man, did he bless the woman? He blessed who? I can't hear you. Is the man blessed? Is the woman blessed? What does blessing mean? Blessing means empowered spiritually to prosper. So is the woman empowered to prosper? If the man can prosper, can the woman prosper? What is the man lacking that the woman doesn't have? Nothing. So as a woman, do you lack anything from God? I can't hear you. Say it again. So tell me, I don't lack anything because I am blessed. That's who you are. If you don't have that in your mind, you will think that you need somebody to bless you. Have you heard girls say, I'm looking for a blesser? Have you heard those kind of things? That's my blesser. You see, when they want to do wrong and they want to go into prostitution, prostitution is what? What's the meaning of prostitution? Prostitution is where you are making money from selling your body. Anybody making money out of, so even boys, are prostitutes because they go and mess up with women to get money. Isn't it? So everywhere you are going about exposing your body so you can manipulate somebody to give you something, you're prostituting yourself. Okay? But you don't need to do that. Why? You are blessed. Look at Proverbs 10:22. Go to Proverbs 10:22. Proverbs 10:22. When God blessed them, what did God do? Proverbs chapter 10:22. You know what it says? I'm faster than computer now. It says, the blessing of God, it maketh rich, and it adds no sorrow to it. The blessing of God, it maketh rich, and it adds no sorrow. So when God said, and God blessed them, what did God do there? He gave them what they can use to prosper. Okay? How many girls can prosper here? How many of you lack anything to prosper? Nobody lacks anything. So each one of us can prosper. Patrick, are you with me? I need somebody on that Bible. Every time I call a verse, please just put it up as quick as possible. Is this software working, or you want to use another one? There must be a software you can just pull up. You don't have to waste time too much. Okay. Are you writing down the scriptures? Proverbs chapter 10, verse 22. The blessing of God, it maketh what? Rich, and it adds no sorrow. How many of you, are you born of God? That means you are blessed, isn't it? If you are blessed, what does it mean? You can prosper. I'll show you where the curse came. And that is something you don't want to do. Because everybody can be blessed, everybody can be cursed. Okay? Blessing is spiritual, a curse is spiritual too. It's just like saying, you know malaria? Why does a person have malaria? Because something entered that person's body that is causing the reaction, isn't it? Are you with me? So there's something called plasmodium, correct? When mosquito bites you, it puts something in your blood. That thing enters your blood, and when it enters your blood, it enters your body system, and it takes over your cells, and it makes you weak, and it makes you sick. Can you see it with your physical eyes? In those days, when people had malaria, because we didn't know anything, we say it's a witch. And they will kill the wife. They will say the wife is the one that killed the man. Because, how come they don't go and kill men because of a woman that died? But they always kill women, isn't it? And they say she's a witch, she's a this, she's a that, what. Because people lacked knowledge. What was killing the person was not a witch, it was a virus, plasmodium. You can't see it with your eyes, isn't it? That's the same way a curse and a blessing is. When you don't understand spiritual things, you will think, why are these people not prospering? Why is nobody getting married in their family? There may be a curse in that family. And then you see another family, they are getting blessed anyhow. There may be a blessing in that family, depending on you. And that's why they tell you to get born again. Not because they want you to go to a church so you can come out of a curse and enter the blessing. I'll show you how the curse came, okay? But what we are focused on is the woman, removing the limits on the woman. And one of the things that limit the woman is curse spiritually. So when God is making the man and the woman in his image after his likeness, is God a spirit or a human being? God is a spirit or a human being? So God is a spirit. So when God is making man in his image after his likeness, what is he making? What is he making? If God is a spirit, what is God making then? Come on, talk to me, people. Talk to me. I want to know you are following what I'm saying. John 4:24. Who has that? If you have a Bible, open your Bible. If you don't have a Bible, you'll get one next time by the grace of God. John 4:24 says what? God is spirit. And they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So God is what? God is what? Say it again. God is what? So is God a physical human being? So is God a male human being? Is God a female human being? God is what? A spirit. So what's the first thing you are? Because you are made in God's image, isn't it? So you are a spirit, you have a soul. A woman is what? A spirit. You have a soul, and you live where? In a body. So is this body you? Is this body me? What is this therefore? My house. You see how I put on my clothes to be here? To cover myself, isn't it? It's the same way you put on your body. Because spirits cannot be on the earth except you have a body. Any spirit on the earth without a body is illegal. So which spirit do you think is illegal on the earth? Satan, isn't it? Demons. So they are looking for who to enter. So you see people say demon possession, this possession, that possession. Why? Spirits start to take over people's body and they start doing some crazy things. And you think that person has a problem. It's the spirit operating in that person having that problem. And once God comes in that person and that spirit is out of that person, you see the person is behaving normally. Let me give you another example. When they treat the malaria in your body and the malaria is dealt with, the plasmodium is dealt with, how do you behave? Normal, isn't it? Once malaria, the cause of malaria is gone, the body returns to normal. A lot of us, when we do bad things, a lot of times is influenced by spirits. And once you can deal with that, you find that the person is back to normal. So you have to be careful who you mix with. You remember Eve in the Bible? The woman in the Bible. Why did she start behaving in a certain way? She was mixing with the devil, isn't it? And what happened? Her behavior changed. Her talking changed. Everything she was doing changed. So be careful. What changed her life? Who she was associating with. You may think they are your friends. Like somebody said, oh, we don't have boyfriend, but some people are pushing us to have boyfriend. Sometimes you may think that person is your friend. You don't understand that that person is being influenced by a spirit to get you into that space. It's not meant to make you fear of everybody, but it's meant to make you aware. Do you understand? Just by watching some TV programs, things come into your life. Just by reading certain books, things come into your life. You may not know it. Everything starts from where? The spiritual. You said you are Christians, isn't it? Where does that, is God a spirit? Is God a spirit? Where did the whole world come from? So if God is a spirit, the things you see started from where? The spirit, isn't it? That means every creation starts from where? The spirit, from the unseen. Give you an example. This hoodie I'm wearing now, where did it start from? It started from somebody's mind. Can you see the thing? Now you can see it because they've done it, but it started with a thing you can't see. So success, failure in life starts from where? The spiritual. So you have to understand you're a spirit, you have a soul, and inside your soul is your mind. Inside your soul is your emotion. Inside your soul is your will. Now, these are the things that make you something. If you don't understand, just lift up your hand, ask me a question. Because I need you to understand it so you know how your body works. You see, for example, I have a car parked outside there now. If I go out there and I want to start the car and it doesn't start, do I know how the car is made? So what do? I have to call a mechanic, isn't it? If something is wrong with your body, do you just take a knife and start tearing yourself open? What do? You go to a doctor because you don't know anything about the body, isn't it? So you go to someone that studied it, that knows. The same way, oftentimes you don't know why your life is like this. It's traceable to your spirit, to your soul. That's why people go to psychiatrists. They go to doctors that understand. So when you talk to them, they can fix it. And on the spiritual side, you find that God gives you pastors and people like that. They understand this, they understand. I hope they understand. If you go to people that don't understand you, they'll mess you up. So if I took my car or my phone or my iPad and I gave you that don't know anything about the iPad, what are you likely to do to it? I can't hear. That's how it is. When you go to people that don't know you, don't understand you, you go and tell them your problem, you go and do this. What is it likely they are going to do to you? They are going to mess you up. So they tell you, anybody that does not understand your purpose will abuse you. What's the word abuse? What does it mean to abuse? Use. How many words there? How many words in abuse? 2 words. Okay? Ab means abnormal. Abnormal use. You have a frying pan. Is a frying pan a table tennis bat? No. So when I'm taking the frying pan and I'm using it to play table tennis, what am I doing? I'm abusing. I'm using it for the wrong thing. Do we abuse girls? Do we abuse girls? Yes. How do we abuse girls? What kind of ways do we abuse girls? Tell me. How? Yes? I can't hear. By making them do all the work. Thank you. Give her a big hand for that. So you have 4 kids in the house. 2 are boys, 2 are girls. Or 3 are boys, 1 is a girl. Or 3 are girls, 1 is a boy. How come the boy is doing no work? In your homes, do the boys do work? Do the boys do work? Yes. Who said yes? Let me see your hand. That's a good. Very good. I like that. How many of you boys do no work in your homes? Let me see your hand. Boys do no work. Put it up. Are you shy? No. Because it's your generation that is going to stop the abuse. You know how you are going to stop it? A lot of you are going to have sons and daughters, and you're going to teach your sons how to work, and you're going to teach your daughters how to work, and you're going to treat them equally. Otherwise, we will keep abusing girls. Who is the person that taught you that boys don't work and girls work? Who taught you? Who taught you? Say who? Huh? Which society? Did you just come up, pop, then society just got you and said like this? Who taught you that boys work, girls don't work? Yes? Lunch is ready. That's who taught you. Okay. Good. So you see who taught you that boys work? Lunch. Do you know who teaches you that thing the most? Your mothers. So who is the person causing the abuse of girls? So society, culture, tradition puts it into the children through who? The mothers. So if you don't learn these things, you are going to continue that thing. What you didn't like, you will teach your children that your daughter is going to be abused tomorrow. Because you are the one teaching her. Because you were raised to be abused, and then you are passing it on, and you are so when she gets married tomorrow, what will happen? She feels, I'm a house girl. My job is just to be a house girl. Why don't you go and hire a house girl than marry a wife? Is the wife a house help? No. And guess what? When you are being abused, you will think it's normal. For example, in some cultures, I don't know if it's your culture, in some cultures, when you marry a family, when they eat on the table, you sit on the floor to eat. What is that? What is that? That's abuse. In some cultures, the girls don't eat the gizzard, only the men eat the gizzard. What is that? That's abuse. It's as simple as that. I'm telling you. Who is the person teaching it? You, the women, teach children. The children teach children. The children teach children. And they think it's normal, that's normal. It's not normal. What else? Give me another example of abuse. Yes? Sorry? Sexual abuse. So you see them raping girls. Uncles, fathers, brothers, men, boys, friends. What is that? Abuse. Because if she hasn't consented, hope you know rape is a crime. And you must report it. Now imagine that girl has been raped. And she reports to her mother. Oftentimes, what does the mother say? What does the mother say? I can't hear. Say it. Don't be shy. Only girls here. What does mother say? Most of the time, what did mother say? Do you see them standing up and going to fight for the girl and say, how could you do this? What do? They start shouting at who? At the girl. And they tell her it's her fault, isn't it? Now, when that happens to that girl, what do you think happens to her soul? Her soul is, you see, the same way you are wounded. You know how you cut yourself and there's a wound? The same way that girl's mind, soul is wounded. So her growing up, her self-esteem, her all that begins to diminish because she's hurt inside and nobody regards her and they keep abusing her. They keep telling her, it's your fault. They keep telling her this. They keep telling her that. And some of you have gone through that already. And sometimes you don't know why the girl is not doing good in school because she's living in abuse. Another form of abuse is what? So there's sexual. Another one? Getting married. That's a crime. It's not just abuse. So imagine if the law says you can't get married to a child below 18. And then you call it early marriage. What is early marriage? It's abuse against that girl. And it brings a lot of complications because that child's body has not formed enough to give birth to a baby and to take care of a baby. How can a child raise a child? You see, that's abuse, isn't it? What other abuse is there? How about beating? That's physical abuse. And you see your fathers beating your mothers, and we feel it's normal. And in Zambia, they say if he beats you, it's because he loves you. Who does that? They say, oh, that's how marriage is. He loves you. If somebody loves you, would they beat you? What is that called? Abuse. Nobody should beat you. Did God put any man to beat a woman? No. What else? Another one, yes? Sorry? Denial of the right to protection. That's an abuse. Everywhere you deny a girl anything, you're abusing her. That is her right. For example, education is a right. So where you don't send a child to school because she's a girl, that's abuse. And you see it every day around you, isn't it? That's abuse. When the boys are sleeping, the girl is waking up to wash clothes, and that's abuse. Don't go and tell them I said so. But me, I'm just telling you so you know. Because they can wake you tomorrow, say, go and make shima. You say, don't abuse me. I'm not there. But you should be able to call your mom and say, Mom, this is abuse. Maybe she didn't know. You may be the one to help her, but you say it nicely. You can even go home and discuss with your parents. Quietly, nicely. Say, Dad, today we learned about abuse. Do you understand what abuse is? Then you would discuss it as a family, isn't it? There's nothing wrong in that. Didn't they send you to school? So if you're intelligent, you should be able to have a discussion, isn't it? But you have to be gentle, be nice, have sense, okay? So that they don't give you more. Praise God. Is this making sense to you? We're going to come back. We want you to have your lunch quickly, then we're going to come back. What have you learned so far from the small we've talked about today? You see, when you come late, we start late. And when you start late, we can't get as much into you. Okay? So can you please wake up early? You said the next date is what date? If you are coming on the 25th, can you start planning it now? That you wake up at 9 o'clock, you're already on the road. And then you tell your mother, your father, I'm going to go on the 25th. Please, can I go? You take permission, isn't it? And when they give you permission, you ask them, what are the things you need me to do before I go? So once you wake up at 06, you start doing it so that by 08:30 you finished, then you can say, I'm going. Because some of you walk, isn't it? And it takes a long time to walk to get here. So you want to plan that. So we start early. We will start at 10. 9:30 for registration. 10 o'clock we start teaching. So we can take 1 or 2 sessions before lunchtime, and then we can take 1 or 2 sessions after lunch, and then we'll send you home. Is that okay? Can we do that? Okay. So what have you learned so far? Yes, ma. Go on. Where's the microphone? Help me with microphones. Yes.
I've learned that I'm a spirit living in this physical body.
Yes. You're a spirit, you have a soul, and you are living in the body. The body is your house. How many of you like staying in dirty houses? Nobody likes a dirty house, isn't it? So you can't keep your body filthy. You must be very clean. Yes, over there. Yes.
I've learned that man is not better than a woman.
No man is better than any woman. Not by God. Yes. Who's the next one? Over here, over here, over here. I'm coming there now. Yes.
I have learned that failure and success starts in the spirit.
It starts in the spirit. Everything starts. Blessing and cursing. It starts in the spirit. Go on.
I've learned that what makes us change is who we are associated with.
Yes, your association determines your life. She's next to you there. Okay, there.
I've learned that abusing is not all about you are working, they're not abusing you.
Yes.
Just to do what your parents have told you to do.
Yes. If you do what your parents have told you to do, oftentimes you save yourself from abuse. So obedience, keeping the law, will always save you from abuse. Okay, go on. Yes.
I've learned that man and woman are equal.
We're equal. By law, by the Zambian constitution, by God's constitution, man and woman are equal. No man is more equal. There's no Zambian more equal than any Zambian. No Zambian is better than any Zambian. We are all equal. Until you break the law, then they withdraw your rights and they put you in Chimbukaila somewhere. If you don't break laws, nobody is better than you. Yes?
I've learned that everyone is equal and you should be treated equally.
Yes. Everyone is equal, should be treated equally. How many of you chose to be girls? You chose. You told God, I want to be a girl. How many of you chose to be boys? So we all got here not by choice, isn't it? So if I didn't choose it, why should somebody better than me? We all came by God, by God's grace. Yes.
I've learned that the soul consists of the mind, emotion,
Yes.
and will.
The mind, emotion, and will. And this is where your real personality is coming from. So if they mess up your soul, they hurt you emotionally, they hurt you spiritually, they hurt you physically, it affects your life. So you have to be careful of that soul. Yes, ma.
When purpose is not known, there's abuse.
Abuse is inevitable.
And also, the real me is my soul.
Yes, the real you is your spirit and your soul. When you die, what happens? This body, your physical body, goes where? Back to the ground. What happens to your spirit and soul? Goes to God. It goes back to his maker. Yes, ma.
I have learned that I'm blessed and I don't like anything.
You are blessed. You don't lack anything. It's now, how do you use it? That's what we need to teach you. You are blessed. You don't lack anything. Yes, ma. I like that.
I have learned that never limit your thinking capacity.
Very good. Never limit your thinking capacity. What are the things that limit your thinking capacity? Culture, tradition, gender, religion. They make you think you are less. But nobody is less than anybody. Yes, ma.
I have learned that I have what it takes to do what I want to do.
Absolutely. You have all it takes. And we're going to show you those things you have that you can use to do every great thing in life. Okay? Good. Yes, ma.
I've learned that our body is our house.
Your body is your house, so keep it clean. Very clean. When your house is dirty, you see cockroach, you see rats, you see all those, isn't it? Then you have cholera and all that. It's the same way. When your body is dirty, sickness and disease will come. Yes, ma.
I have learned that I don't need someone to bless me, but the blessing of the Lord make it.
Fantastic. You don't need a blesser. Don't let a man come and tell you, oh, I can do. You can do it for yourself. If you learn and grow, there's nothing you can't afford. There's nothing you can't do for yourself. When you come in touch, therefore, with a man, you are their partner. You are their what? That means you are equals, but you are partners. You are working together. You have roles. Each person has their roles. Because I'm doing my role, for example, if I'm a maid in the house, am I less than the people in the house? No, what I do and who I am are totally different. So if I'm sweeping the streets, it doesn't mean I'm less. It just means that that's where I'm starting from. I'm still going to be a great person. But because I'm sweeping the street doesn't mean I'm a sweeper. It means I'm a full Zambian with full rights. But at this time of my life, I'm sweeping because I want to get salary. And I'm going to use that salary to change my life, and I'm going to be rich. But I'm starting from somewhere. Does it make sense? There's nothing wrong being a maid. It's for a time. It's not forever. It's just to get me money so I can pay for my school, and I pay for my school, and I can become a doctor and earn the best salary in the world. And if I don't want to be a doctor, I liked one of the things you recommended. You want to do sketches, isn't it? You want to do some drama. So we have to learn how to do that. And some of the things we're talking about, you put them in drama, and you can put them on television. And you can earn money from those things. If you look at all those Nigerians acting movies, do you know they make a lot of money? Huge. From what? Creating movies. Do you know you guys can create movies? And it doesn't have to be some naked thing. Just with your mind, you can create great things. Some of us, they teach us that women, the less clothes you wear, the more attractive. No, that's to bad people. Normal people, the more naked you are, the more they think something is wrong with you. I'm telling you. So you can use your minds to do great things. And you have freedom. You are equal like everybody else. The same rights our president has is the same right every girl here has. Because it is given to you by God and protected by the Constitution of Zambia. And nobody should abuse your rights. How many people should abuse your rights? How many people should abuse your rights? Nobody should abuse your rights. Did that short talk help you? Huh? So when you are going now to take your food, respect each other's rights. Is that okay? Cool. Where's the first person that came? Who's number one? The first person to come today. Who is the first person to come today? We don't have a first. Okay, it means you came in a group. Good. I was going to give the person this chocolate, but since there's nobody, I'm taking it back. It's my property. No, you are the last person to come. Okay, let's go have lunch. Let's hand over. Give Auntie Florence a big hand as she comes to tell us what to do.
Thank you so much, Pastor. Okay, we are hungry. It's time for us to... You're not hungry? No. We can continue. Okay. I'm sure you've learned one or two things, right? Yes, and sometimes so even if it was short, for me, myself, I've learned that I am a spirit. I didn't know. I also didn't know that, actually what I didn't really know was what differentiates female from male is basically FE, and that is, I keep a fetus. Who knew that? So if you knew me, I didn't. So you see, it doesn't matter how old you are, there's always something you don't know. So we've learned something new together. So we were learning about our worth. And I think as we go outside to have our lunch, let us go with confidence, knowing I have my rights. Actually, your rights are the same as the HH. Can you imagine? You people. So we want, you have those small papers. Every one of you has those small papers. Kolembewa number 1 or number 0. Nikat. Whoever was given 0 number. Check your papers. Because that's the order you're going to eat your food. Because in 13 hours. Would you want them to eat before you came at 9 hours? So the only way we do that is follow your papers. Where is number 1? Number 1. look at Betha there. She'll show you the direction where you're supposed to go. Number 2, go follow your friend. Number 3. So there's some environment. Number 4. Number 5. Start going. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. Mukaenda chabe chende, they won't give you food. You wait until number yako. So ikonke nchabe number. Nipa number 1. Number 8. Number 9. Number 10. Number 11. Number 12. Number 13. Number 14.